Hey Floss2, happy Flossmas! Today is Flossmas number 5 because today is December 5th, Saturday. It's a slightly rainy, overcast day here in the greater Houston area. Which is that's the weather I love. But we have to go outside today, so we'll see if I love it outside. My name is Jessie. Welcome to my channel, Bumble Stitching Quilt. For everyone who's returning, welcome. For those of you who are finding me for the first time, welcome. I hope that we all have a good time for a few minutes. I had a long video today, so I'm gonna yesterday, so I'm gonna try to shorten it up a little bit today. Notice anything different? Anything different? So I joked to my husband. I was like, everyone's got such really festive decor in their Flossmas videos, and I don't. Our Christmas tree and our decor and everything is really kind of set up in places where I can't just because of how big our tree is and the way the setup of my floor plan on my house and layout of my house, I don't really have a place that I can go and sit next to my tree and film in front of it. Like, it's not really same thing with the way our fireplace is. Like, it's just, I would actually have to create something to be able to film in front of those spaces, and I was like, I may do that. I may do that at some point in time over the course of the next remaining 20 days. Well, less than 20 days. But so I joked. I was like, I'm going to put up our little tinsel tree in the bedroom. So it's literally in the middle of our room. We'll see what we'll do with it. I'll just probably put it in a corner or something like that. But yeah, but right now it's literally just in the middle of our room. And so I used to have a little small business, and this was the tree that I took with me to go to holiday fairs and everything to sell my stuff. So it's super easy to put up and take down and stuff. But yeah, anyways, I love it. Like, it's really actually truly not my style. Like, in the sense, like, if you see my Christmas tree, like the way I decor, but I love it. It makes me happy every time I see it. I like that it's shiny and bright and blue. Not Christmas, we have a winter wreath. We don't have a Christmas wreath that we put on our door, so that way it can stay up through most of January and February before we change it out to our spring wreath. And it's also silver and blue, and it's really very pretty. So anyways, I'm filming this early, and not early, but it's in the morning on Saturday, and I was like, oh, I hope that the tea is a caffeinated tea, because then I can go ahead and film the video with my tea as opposed to drinking my normal breakfast tea and that I do in the morning, because I don't drink coffee, I drink tea. And sure enough, I'm not even kidding y'all, today's tea is English breakfast tea. I thought that was hilarious. I was like, well, I guess that's gonna be the tea. So that's what I drink every morning, is an English breakfast. I'm pretty basic, y'all. I drink a PG Tips, which for those of you who are in Britain know that, like, that's as basic as you can get. But I love it, and it's expensive here in the States because it's an import. But to me it was a good tea. I like it. It's this bodied black tea, and it gives me the caffeine and everything I need. And I like a builder's tea. So what is a builder's tea for my Americans who may not know? It is a sweetened tea with milk. And so that is how I prefer my English breakfast teas, because I spent, fun facts about Jessie, I studied in London twice, my junior year, for the full year of my junior year, and then during one semester while I was in law school. And so if I'm going to live anywhere that's not in the United States, based on places I have been to so far, it would probably be Britain. I loved being in London. I loved being in that countryside. It felt like home to me. Scotland really felt like home to me, except it was cold. And so there's a lot of places I haven't been to, so don't be sad. I've never been to Australia. I have a feeling I really like Australia too. Because I feel like Australia is just like a more sophisticated Texas. I don't know if that's true, but that's how I feel. Like, when I see things about Australia and like its history and its culture, I think I'm like, it reminds me, it's not exactly like Texas, it isn't, but there's a lot of similarities to Texas, and so I feel like it probably would feel like home to me if I go. So that's on our bucket list, but has a lot of people know, like, right, like that's a trip, like that's a plan to be there for 2 weeks at least type of thing. It's not a jaunt over kind of vacation. So anyway, so let's try this English breakfast tea. I don't want to ramble there. It's good. It's good. It's not as strong. I did brew it as long as I do my PG tips. It's not as strong. But it's good. I think that if you like a strong tea, a caffeinated tea, but you don't like it has like bodied, this would probably be a really good tea for you. Like if you are looking for a morning tea. It's not a good afternoon tea too, but might be a little too heavy. For me, it's an afternoon tea because of how strong I make my morning teas. I make my morning teas like they're coffee. Anyways, all right. Not much today. Let me take this pattern off my piece. So where are we on polar bears? So as a reminder, we are working on Endangered Young Uns polar bears. I didn't get as much done last night. Y'all, I'm old now. Everyone tells me when you turn 40, like your body starts to fall apart, and I was like, I suspect that that's true because one's getting older and your body, and you are getting older. But I didn't like wake up on my 40th birthday. I was like, that's it. I'm feeling old. Like it's been very gradual. But like I have like a weird like I think I pulled my muscle when I was moving around last night, like getting up and down from my couch. And so I didn't get as much stitching as I thought I would. But I did quit. I am moving along. I had to move the Q snap. This is a new Q snap. I bought a new Q snap, and it was hard. Like, I had the hardest time pulling it off, and I couldn't figure out if it was the Q snap because it's new and it just hasn't had a chance to loosen up a little bit, or maybe it's the Ada, which is super stiff, and it's like, and so maybe like it didn't like, and it wouldn't like pull off. But like y'all, like normally if I really pull, I can get it off, but I can't. Either I'm getting weak, but anyway, so I think I pulled a muscle. So when I was trying to move the Q snap, so I had to move it over so I could get to the outer edge of bear number 2. And so what I did last night, I did finish filling in everything that last on the outline. So as of right now, everything you see from this part over, all that open space that's in between, that's just all white. That's going to be just me filling in some color blocks as I go forward. My goal for today, so today's the last day of the virtual quilt festival. I have one class scheduled at 4 p.m. my time. I still have to watch the one I wasn't able to watch yesterday. That session, so that recording is now available. So my plan is to go through those 2 classes today. My husband and I are going to go do a little bit of shopping for some Christmas gifts. And so we're going to do that after we're done with this video. So I might take you along with me. We'll see how I can. I've never vlogged, so that's new for me. So I'm going to give it a try. And then I'm going to, after the quilting and everything, I'm going to come back to this. My goal, we'll see if this is a good goal, is, if you can see on little bear, on this bear, I mean, it's hard to tell because the colors are kind of muted, but if I'm trying to kind of fill in, because I'm actually done with the outline to about halfway up on the outside. And so what I was going to try to do is I'm going to fill in some outlines, and then maybe I'll have enough to be able to do outlines of white in the body of second bear, and then the whole, tomorrow when I'm at the game. So we'll see. That's ambitious, but it's Saturday, and normally I do only a couple of hours during the week of stitching, and so on a Saturday you can usually put in about 4 or 5 hours. So we'll see. I'm not we'll see how it goes. Anyways, I think that's it for me today, y'all. I'm gonna finish my cup of tea. We're gonna go shopping, maybe take you on a trip with me. So that might depend on when I get this up. So have a great day. Hopefully your day is not overcast, or if it is, that you enjoy it. Wherever it is, whatever weather you're having a good time. So happy Flossmas, happy Saturday, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Take care.